Good day, children. Today we are going to learn division with 0 in the quotient. So let us see an example in a short video.
In this division problem, 5,225 divided by 5, I'm going to show you how to divide it both ways. On this side is kind of that stacking method some of you use, and here's the shortcut method. This problem does have a 0 in the quotient, which sometimes can be a little tricky, so you just have to really think about your place value. So first of all, if I'm making groups, can I make a group of 1,000 out of 5,000? Yes, I can. I can make 5 groups of 1,000. Okay, so if I take 1,000 times 5, I end up with 5,000. And when I take those away, I'm left with 225. Shortcut method, I simply just put the 1 up there, knowing it represents 1,000, and I'm left with nothing. And I'll bring that 2 down. These 2 are representing the same thing, so we've got 200 here. We just have to remember that's in the hundreds place. Working on the hundreds place here. So that means if I put a 1 up here, I would have 100, but I don't have 500. So I'd have 100 times 5, which give me 500. That doesn't work. So I know that I will have nothing here, and I'm going to need to think about 22 tens. Okay, so 5 times, I don't have anything in my hundreds, 5 times 40 will give me 200. And I'm ready to subtract. I'm left with 25. On this side, if I have 2 here, I know I can't put anything here. So then I'll look at bringing my other 2 down. And now I can bring that in there, and I'll have, I should have put that as 0. I'll have 4 tens. 4 tens times 5 is 20. And I'm left with 2. And I'll bring down that 5. You can see the steps look similar in both ways. So now 5 times 5 gives me 25, and I'm left with nothing down here then. I'll take 25, no remainder, 0 remainder. Same thing on this side, 5, 25, 0 remainder. So my answer ends up being 1,000, no hundreds, 45. This can get tricky, that 0 in the quotient, so you just have to always think to yourself as you're working through that, can I make those groups work for what I have? A reminder, you can always check your work too. I can take 1,000. I can take 1,000. Oops, I just ran out of room. 1,045.
Okay, so in this way we have learned the division with 0 in the quotient. Now let us solve an example. Here we have division of 2,10,316 by 35. So first we'll check whether we are able to divide 2 by 35. Since it is a 2-digit number, so we need to definitely look into the 2-digit concept. So 21 and 35, when we compare, we straight away understand that we cannot divide. So we need to take a larger stretch, that is 3 digits. 35 and 210. On the other side, we have mentioned the table of 35. So looking at the table of 35, when we check each and every, we see that 210. That is 35, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are 210. So I shall note 35, 6 are 210. We subtract, we get the remainder 0. Now bring down the next digit. Since we have 3, so we know that we cannot divide by 3 for the 35. So we need to definitely take a next digit. We take the next digit. In order to take the next digit, I need to place 1 0. So this says I have divided 3 in such a way that 35 zeros are. And then subtract. We have 3. Again, bring down the next digit. Now compare 31 with 35. Again, it is a smaller number, so we need to place one zero above, that is 35 zeros are 31. So we have justified division for this. 35 zeros are 0. Since we subtract, we see that we have got 3, 1, and bring down the next digit after completion of one partial division. Now 316, when we look into the numbers, the possibility is large, that is 315. That is 35 nines are 315. So here we have got the remainder as 1. So we say the quotient is 6009, dividend is 2,10,316, divisor is 35, and the remainder is 1. Now let us solve one more example for division with 0 in the quotient. Now here we need to divide the number, that is 14,49,050 by 73. So first let us see the comparison. Of course we shall not take 1, we will take the 2-digit number 14. As 14 is less, so we will take 73 zeros are 0 and subtract. We have the remainder as 14. Bring down the next digit. 144 compared with 73, it is a larger number. Looking across the table of 73, we notice that 146 is larger, but we can take 73. So let us subtract minus 73. 4 minus 3 is 1. 14 minus 7 is 7. Let's bring down the next digit, 9. 719. We can see that 657 is the possible number. So we note 73 nines are 657, and then subtract. 9 minus 7 is 2. 1 we cannot, so we need to take 11. 11 minus 5 is 6. Bring down the next digit, that is 0. 620. 620, now looking, we see that the nearest is 584. So we note 73 eights are 584 below 620. This is to be reduced. So 10 minus 4 we have 6, 11 minus 8 is 3, and here it is 0. Now once 0 we have taken, the next digit comes is 5. Now 365, when we look at, we see that 365 to be divided with 73. So we can straight away see we have 73, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we write 5 3, 6, 5 minus, we have 0. But oh, see, we have 1 0. So this 0 also needs to be considered. So we place 1 0, zeros are, and then we get finally the remainder as 0. So the quotient is 19,850. Remainder is 0 and the divisor is 73 with the dividend 14,49,050. In the similar way, let us try another example where a number is divided by a 3-digit divisor. Here we have to divide 4,40,659 by 132. So we first check the 3-digit as it is given. So we are able to see that 3-digit I am able to divide, since 406 is larger than 132. So looking across, which would be the favorable number that can be divided is 396. So 132 threes are 396. And we subtract, we have remainder as 10, and bring down the next digit, that is 5. Now 105, and when we compare with 132, it is a less number. So we need to take a number below. So in order to take for the next digit, I need to first complete the division with this by multiplying with 0. So 132 zeros are 0, and we subtract, we have 105, and bring down the next digit 9. 1059, we need to divide and check that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are. So 132 8s are 1058. And we subtract, we have the remainder as 1. So in this way, we have got the quotient as 308, divisor 132, and the remainder as 1. Now, in the similar way, let us solve more questions. Here is one word problem, that is the first question. An educational tour was arranged for 126 students. The total cost of tour for the total cost of the tour is rupees 5,87,664. If each student has to pay an equal amount of money, find the amount of money that each student pays. So, in this example, it's clearly mentioned that the total amount spent on the tour is 5,87,664, and the number of students we have 126. So now let us divide and find how much each person the cost is. So we continue with 587, 3 digit, which is larger than 126. So I can go ahead with the division. I will select 1, 2, 3, 4 za. So that is 126, 4 za, 504. We subtract. We have the remainder 3, 8. Bring down the next digit 6. 836, the nearest we have is 756. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 126, 6, 756. We subtract, we have remainder 0, and further we have here 13 and 7. 13 minus 5 is 8. Bring down the next digit 6. 806, again we look for the nearest is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again we take 126, 6, 756. We subtract, we have 0, here 10, 7, so 5. Bring down the next digit 4. 126, 4 are 504. This is completely divisible since we got the remainder as 0. This states that each person amounts to rupees 4,664 for the educational tour. So in this way, we have learned the story sums on division of 6 7-digit numbers with 2 and 3-digit numbers. Also, we have learned how to divide a number wherein we need to place 0 in the quotient. Thank you. Have a nice day.